As you know, lots of people have been getting in touch, in fact, on social media regarding what they consider to be a huge royal event and asking me, what did I think about it? Well, as ever, I wanted to share this with you first, our chums here on our wonderful community, our channel, because yes, it is a televisual event. We're talking, of course, about Netflix's Scoop, based on the infamous interview with Emily Maitlis and put together, allegedly, by the lady herself, Sam McAllister. And what's interesting here that a lot of people are not really picking up on is it's a soap opera. There's no two ways about it that Gillian Anderson does a terrific job, as she often does in various TV shows and films. Rufus Sewell, of course, doing incredibly well as Prince Andrew with a lot of prosthetics and all that sort of stuff. But how true is that basis of events? Well, here's your very big clue. This is the disclaimer that they have to put at the front of the programme and in the credits on the Netflix production. Now, what I would say to you is this, and this is what I can share with you. I've spoken to someone who was literally there at the event. And of course, as a wonderful monarch often said, recollections certainly may vary. And boy, do they vary in this particular production. You see, not only do they have to put a disclaimer, but the story goes even thicker and faster, you see, because the two blondes in question at the heart of the story now no longer speak. This is because they've both fallen out with each other regarding who did what and who should get the lion's share of the glory. So as you can see, it's about two people. It's not about the actual human side of the film, which is what they're trying to portray alongside people like Billie Piper, etc. You get the picture now. Now, you see, where it gets even more confusing is Emily Maitlis is working on her own production called A Royal Scandal or A British Royal Scandal or something like that. Well, if this is the definitive version by Sam McAllister, the producer, what could really be Emily's other version then? How can that be so totally different? If we've watched the ultimate version, if this is the, definitely what happened, Now, here's where it gets even more confusing, you see, because Amanda Thirsk, who is the communications officer, or was the communications officer for the Duke of York, Prince Andrew, at that time, and he's portrayed in the movie by Keeley Hawes, well, basically, again, I've heard from an excellent source that she's basically saying a lot of what's there didn't necessarily happen. Again, we have to say allegedly. They've got poetic license, you see. Now, people would say, well, why doesn't Amanda come out and defend His Royal Highness, the Duke of York, Prince Andrew? I know he's no longer a Royal Highness, I'm just being respectful. But the other side of the coin is, you see, if she comes out, it gives literally the movie, Netflix, everything they've ever dreamed of, even more publicity. So my advice to you is, if you like your royal sort of drama with a little bit of fun, a little bit of, non-truth, then truly this could be a movie for you. The reality is, in fact, Prince Andrew comes out of this far better, and you can understand the human side of why he decided to do it. But as for basically telling the true story, well, that has truly to be left to the two blondes. And as they're no longer speaking, however will we find the real version of events? Interesting. The only thing that will, kind of do very well for Sam and Emily is their banks. And ultimately, surely that was the ultimate game in the first place. Am I right? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.